Hi, boys and girls. I thought today I would share with you the story of Tom Kitten. Look at all those cute little kitty cats. Once there were 3 little kittens, and their names were Moppet, Mittens, and Tom Kitten. The kittens had beautiful little fur coats, and they liked to tumble in the yard and play in the dust, and they never stayed clean for long. One day, Miss Tabitha expected several of her friends over for tea. She called her kittens indoors to wash and dress before the company arrived. First, she scrubbed their faces. Next, she brushed their fur and combed their tails and whiskers. When the kittens were clean, Miss Tabitha dressed Moppet and Mittens in fresh dresses, but for her son, Thomas, she took all sorts of handsome but uncomfortable clothes out of the dresser drawers. Tom Kitten had grown a little chubby. 3 buttons popped off his jacket. His mother sewed them on again. Look, she's watching his little face. Do-do-do-do-do. When the 3 kittens were ready, Miss Tabitha let them go out to play, while she made hot buttered toast for her tea party. "Now, keep your clothes clean, children," she called. "Keep away from the dirt, Sally Henny Penny, the pig pen. Most of all, keep away from those paddle ducks." Moppet and Mittens found it difficult to walk, and they tripped on the hems of their dresses, and they fell onto their noses. When they stood up, there were several green stains on their dress. "Oh, no." "Let's climb up the rocks and sit on the garden wall," said Moppet. They turned their dresses back to front and scampered into the wall. Look, they're playing. Hope they don't get too dirty. Tom Kitten could not jump while wearing the trousers, so he slowly climbed up the rocks by holding on to the ferns. He popped the buttons right and left. He was in pieces by the time he reached to the top of the wall. Moppet and Mittens tried to pull him up together, but his hat fell off and the rest of the buttons went. They burst. Tom wiggled out of his little coat and trousers, and they landed on a heap on the ground. In the middle of all that trouble, the kittens heard the pitter-patter, pitter-patter, pitter-patter of 3 ducks. They were coming down the road. They were marching one behind the other, doing the goose step. Pitter-patter, 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 whittle-waddle, pitter-patter. The puddle ducks stopped, and they stared up at the kittens. They looked quite surprised with their little small eyes. Then Rebecca and Jeremiah Puddle Duck picked up Tom's hat and Moppet's lace handkerchief and put them on. Mr. Drake Puddle Duck caught up with the other 3 ducks. He picked up Tom's suit and put it on himself. "Well, it's a fine morning," he quacked. The suit fit Mr. Drake even worse than Tom. Moppet, Mittens, and Tom Kittens laughed as hard as they could and fell off the wall. Are the ducks taking their clothes? Silly ducks. Mr. Drake, Rebecca, and Jeremiah Puddle Duck waddled up the road with a pitter-patter, 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 whittle-wow. And they were a sight. Miss Tabitha came down to the garden walk and found her kittens wearing none of their fine clothes. She scolded the kittens and dragged them back to the house. "My friends will arrive any minute, and you are not a fit to be seen. I am embarrassed," she said. Oh no, naughty kittens. Moppet, Mittens, and Tom were sent up to their room. When their friends arrived, Miss Tabitha told them that their little kittens were in bed sick with the measles, which of course was not true at all. Oh no, those 3 little kittens were not in bed, not in the least, and Miss Tabitha's guests heard some very strange noises coming from upstairs. The ladies found their quiet tea party to be spoiled. Look, are they playing dress up and chasing each other? What silly little kittens. I think that someday I shall have to write another long book to tell you more about Tom Kitten. And as for those paddle ducks, they went into a pond. Their clothes all came off, for there were no buttons left to hold on. Mr. Drake, Rebecca, and Jeremiah Puddle Duck have been looking for their fine clothes ever since. The end. What a silly story, those poor little kittens. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.